Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. And today I'm excited to share with you guys another product that I discovered recently. And this is one that I just purchased today, and I gotta tell you, I'm blown away with the product. And very rarely do I have a product that is, somewhat life-changing. And so the product I want to talk about today is called Lumify. And this is an eye drop. And I've worn contacts from a very young age. I've always worn glasses, so I've always needed to have a lens of some sort. And as time has gone on, I've noticed that my eyes have just become bloodshot all the time. It doesn't matter whether I get 10 hours sleep. It doesn't matter if I have if I'm well hydrated, or if I have one beer or two beers or no beers, or I've never smoked weed or done any kind of drugs, so I've never experienced that kind of redness. But that's always associated. Red eyes is kind of a negative thing. It's always or bloodshot eyes. It's always associated with these negative things, either like being high or drinking or being tired, not being alert. And so it's something I've always dealt with, and I've dealt with it probably since maybe I was in my early 20s. And I remember looking at pictures in my early 20s, and I'm like, my God, my eyes look so white. And now, people have tell me sometimes, like they'll be like, wow, your eyes are really red. And it's really kind of, it's a little embarrassing, because I don't want people to assume that, like, oh, why is his eyes red? What's he doing, when I'm not doing anything. And so when I went to the eye doctor the other day, I had to get my, my prescription, of course, and it's been 2 years since I went. And so she checked my eyes. It's so funny because she looked at and I'm pretty bad at my contacts. Like, I'm not the best at cleaning. I wear them longer than I should. But every year I go, or usually every year, was it this year? Yeah, I did go out last year, actually. Every year I go and get my regular eye exam. It wasn't 2 years. It's 2 years since I had my prescription. But, they always say, this time she said, oh, man, whatever you're doing your contacts, they look great. And I'm always like, really? But my eyes always are fine. My prescription's actually gone down a little bit. So when we were talking, I was just expressing to her kind of, some of the issues that I have. And one is that I have a condition where I have oily eyes. So when my eyes are getting a little bit dry, I take them out, I'll rinse them with some saline solution. You can see in my hand on the solution, like these little pools of oil floating on top of that. And I always used to assume they were just protein deposits, but they're actually oil that's coming off my eyes. And so it's just a condition people have. It's not dangerous, doesn't cause you any kind of harm, but it does cause some irritation once in a while. And so, and I work under, my God, really bright lights. It's ridiculous. And so my eyes are always just kind of like tired. I work at god-awful hours in the morning, and so I usually try to get about 6.5 to 7 hours a night. On weekends, I catch up. During the week, I kind of take it easy with, beer. I have a couple beers a day to relax and get my work done on my YouTube stuff down my local watering hole. And so, it's just no matter what I do, I always have these bloodshot eyes. And it just kind of sucks because you see people in the magazines and their eyes are bright white. And I'm just like, man, I wish my eyes looked like that. And so I was expressing this to her, and she says, hey, try this new product that came out. It's FDA approved, and I picked it up today. And again, this is the product called Lumify. She's like, this is how, when you see those movie stars, all the stars are using this, when you see those movie stars, those bright white eyes in the magazines or wherever, this is the product they're using. And this is complete. This is not a Visine, where Visine can have negative side effects over time, where some of the redness will come back worse. This is completely new, unlike anything out there. And I encourage you guys to check out the website. I'll put a link in the description for this stuff, because it is life-changing. I use it today for the first time. I put one drop in each eye. You have to take your contacts out first. And of course, put one drop in each eye, wait 10 minutes before you put your contacts back in, and you'll see within a minute, my eyes became bright white. Almost all the blood vessels completely went away. I had the eyes that I have when I was like 19, and which is amazing to me, because now, when I go to work in the morning with what I do and who people I have to interact with, I want to make sure that I look my best and look sharp and look alert. And bloodshot eyes just never give you that look. So this is gonna be great to actually use this. It's gonna just make me feel brighter and look better, and just self-conscious, for my own self-esteem. Just out and about. When you have nice bright white eyes, you just look more alert. And so this is a fantastic product. Now, it is pretty new. I don't know how long it's been out. And of course, before you ever use anything that's health related for your eyes or your body or medication, whatever, always, as a legal disclaimer, before you try anything, consult your optometrist on this product to see if it's right for you. And you know, I don't know what your condition is or if you have one. For me, this is okay for me. It's safe for me. So it is sold over the counter, but definitely consult an optometrist before you try anything. But again, totally different than Visine. And I've used Visine in the past, and it works for a little while, and then, I mean, and my eyes just, it gets a little red out, but they're never bright white. And what this does is that, and again, go to the website, check out the video on here. Basically what it does is it selectively targets redness by alleviating some of the risk associated with other redness relievers, including the rebound redness. So pretty awesome product. And the product itself, I believe that this is a very, very mild, it has the name of what it is on here. They call it, I'm going to screw this up, but brimondine tartrate. These things are so hard to say. But basically, from what I read real quickly, and I encourage you to research it before you buy anything, but from what I read, it's a very, very, very mild solution of something used for a different type of eye problem. I think it was glaucoma maybe. It has something to do with the blood vessels, but do your research. But it is FDA approved, and I gotta tell you, right off the bat, I mean, I'll know after using this for a couple of weeks whether, you know, I mean, again, my doctor said it's totally safe, totally fine, but I'll know after a couple of weeks to see how my eyes feel. Do they still look, you know, am I getting more redness back? And I'll do another review at a later date. But so far, my initial unboxing and first use of this product is amazing. My eyes have never been whiter, and it just feels really great. So I wanted to share that with you guys. This one here is a smaller size. This one here is the 2.5 milliliter, runs you about 15 bucks. If you want to get the larger one, naturally about $22. But this is one of those products that, again, that I've mentioned when I reviewed other products like hair care products and skincare products, that some of the ones I'm like, hey, you know what, this is great, I like it, but it's not something that really fixes, it's like skincare, like I reviewed Tiege Hanley the other day, and I love the product, but, you know, for me to spend $45 a month on it, I don't know if I'm going to continue to do that, because it's like I don't really have any skin problems, and my skin's never really dry. It doesn't take much to really maintain. So there's lots of products out there I can get. Will I like them as much? Probably not, but will they do the same job? I think so. Where something like this is unique to itself. This is a product that I will continue to buy, provided it doesn't cause me any kind of issues, and I'm just ecstatic. I love it. So guys, check it out. Do your research, talk to your optometrist, and let me know what you guys think. If you've used this product before, let me know what you think. But I love it. I'm excited to go out and show off these bright white eyes, and especially for work tomorrow. I'm gonna see what my coworkers think, because I've dealt with the red eye thing for a while. And so yeah, guys, awesome product. Let me know what you think. Remember, if you like the content, subscribe to the channel. As always, guys, have a wonderful day. Take care.